So we'll start off with number 10.
All right, number 10 is the Sewer Cats with Obnoxious. We could not leave this duo out of Manchester, UK off our top 10. Cass and Josh have been putting out their punk-infused, snappy, sarcastic, and salty songs since forming back in 2021. With their second full length, they seemingly blend punk rage and society's pitfalls, juxtaposed with some softer moments, swirling in some tongue-in-cheek, a touch of grunge, and even some country, and always some big pussy energy. These catchy tracks will bounce their way into your rotation, and you too will be yelling boo-hoo at every Karen out there. Here's a clip from our chat with Cass and Josh about how their songs come together. So I really love your blend. You have some grunge in there. You even had that one country post-rock.
Oh, I love that one. Yeah.
How do you decide? Is it kind of the song's mood and what kind of other things you're going to throw in, or how does that work?
I think like we just like to mix things
Yeah,
up.
I think like we have the attitude of like anything goes. Anything you want in punk. It doesn't have to be, 3 chords, or it can be,
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. So just see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for that
Great.
one, the country one, I think did I just start playing the riff or something?
I think we started with the lyrics with that
Yeah.
one, and then it just really fit, didn't it? And it's often like, to do with what we've been listening to at that time, that like, influences seep in, don't they? And then you think, oh, let's give this a go. So I think that's the beauty of just being a two as well, that you can like kind of go down these different avenues like for your own amusement, and it's okay to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's like a dark song, like the cast often comes up with the lyrics first. If it's like dark, then I'll be like, right, like some, I'll play some dark music to go along with it, if in a way,
Yeah, just see what fits.
Yeah, if we're really pissed off, it might be like a hardcore sort of track, So yeah, just anything really.
Okay, number 9 is Duel's The Shape of Fluidity. The dynamic Dutch 5-piece duo strikes hot with their third full-length album that blends alt-rock and heavy metal, along with their gothy feel, with veteran-style songwriting. Van Doorst's vocals are as plaintive yet powerful, with the nasal inflection of Geddy Lee, all while being as melodic as Jake Dusick of Health, that quickly becomes signature and distinctive to the listener.
Duality is a key piece to this band, providing a yin and yang balance, pleasing to fans of many rock genres. Like water, this music, everything flows and nothing stays the same, as the shape of fluidity ever morphs, and all who wander are dual. Let's play a clip from Venus in Flames.
Okay, moving on. Number 8 is Bywater Call's Shepherd album. Southern bluesy rock right out of Toronto, Canada? You bet your ass. Bywater Call is the total package, complete with Megan Parnell's powerhouse vocals, the slide guitar of Dave Barnes, and a horn section to boot. We had a pleasure of seeing them live, and let me tell you, they brought the crowd to their feet. Here's a clip from our interview with Megan on how the audience has been responding to their phenomenal music.
So, what were your memories from doing that crazy cruise in 2023 where you played with Joe Bonamassa? What the heck was that like?
It was an awesome experience for so many reasons. One, just being around so many musicians, having the opportunity to get up on stage for the All-Star Jam. We were really lucky to be asked up to do that. Joe Bonamassa and Josh Smith and Reese Wyman and all the amazing Jimmy Vivino. We're all on stage for the whole jam. So we got to go up, Dave and I, and bring up the horn section and do a tune with them, which was really, really cool. Met so many awesome musicians. And then you're also just around, massive fans all day, every day, which is also really cool. You get to meet people who already knew you and came to see you, and you get to reach out to new fans. And then it doesn't hurt having the same bed for 5 days, one that you can just stumble down to once your performance is done or once you're done hanging out. And it was also for me, it was the first time I started to really feel like we were part of a community as opposed to just us, slugging it out on the road, lone wolf style. Because ever since then, we keep kind of running into a lot of the guys that were on that cruise, and you just feel like you're a part of something, which is really cool. And it feels, or at least the people that we've had the opportunity to run into a few times, the musicians we've had the opportunity, it feels more like a building up than a we're all in competition together, which I think is really important for the industry to succeed. Is we shouldn't be fighting, we should be helping each other. So
Number 7. Couldn't leave these guys off. This is Sprints. Next up, it's the Dublin Garage Punk Quartet's debut full length, packed with witty songwriting about various frustrations and lots of repeated phrases. Maybe I should cut my hair off. And a vocal near dramatization by the queen of inflection to deadpan monotone. The fiery Carla Chubb, backed by tight pulsating drums, and at times, the guitar styling is all stiff little fingers fuzzy, sometimes frantic, but always hooky. There are no sleepers on this album. Each song bound to keep bouncing around in your brain long after the music is ended. Let's play a clip. This is Up and Comer.
I thought you said let's play a clip. I was like, I didn't think it was that kind of a show.
Here we go, the devil's knocking at my door. Here we go, the devil's knocking at my door. Here we go, the devil's knocking at my door. Here we go, the devil's knocking at my door.
All right, number 6 is Candy's It's Inside You. Even the title, It's Inside You, is unsettling, ironic, disturbing, and a mix of hardcore and noise with a cast of guest musicians, packed with rumbling riffs from Michael Quick and the home invasion-style drum violence of Steve DeGenio. The vocals of Zachary Quiram are full of piss and vinegar, and when his screams sync to the drum beats, it becomes impossible not to bob your head. Let's hear a clip so you can hear what we're talking about. This is You Will Never Get Me. Okay, number 5 is the album from Knocked Loose, You Won't Go Before You're Supposed To. The boys out of Kentucky have hit their stride here in their third full-length, metalcore done in their signature style. Here's what you won't get. No rising melodic guitar solos, no guitar harmonies, no clean singing, and no lack of anger and outrage. We had the privilege to catch their show in Baltimore, and they were so wall of death great. By the time Slipknot hit the stage in their orange jumpsuits, they seemed to pale in comparison, so we left. Suffocate is a certified hit and also a collaboration with Poppy, who I am convinced is making it her goal to stick her quill pen into every musical genre. It features pachyderm-heavy drums and the screams, I suffered because of you, in an anthem ode to toxic relationships everywhere.
My favorite track is Don't Reach For Me. Plodding drums, zinging riffs, and an outrage so palpable you can taste the bitterness. When Garrus remonstrates the chorus, there are moments that all drop away but the vocals and drums that both build against each other. More minor chords trade back and forth that sound like they are played at the bottom of an empty in-ground swimming pool. If you missed their Jimmy Kimmel appearance, check out their metalcore takeover of mainstream. A little controversy is great for the career complexion. Let's play a clip. This is Don't Reach For Me.
I dream of a twisting life, right back to Pittsburgh.
All right, moving right along. Number 4 is Ozorn's Vermilion Haze. Vermilion Haze is the third full length from Ozorn. Frontman Bill Keatley channels their struggles with addiction, loss, and lineup changes into 8 new tracks of doom mixed with grunge, full of super fuzzy riffs. They're sounding better than ever with new drummer Derek Eglett with his super heavy, precise stick work. They were standout to us at the Maryland Doom Fest, and we immediately made a beeline for their merch table.
You can tell Keatley and crew here have something special here, with carefully crafted songs and a sound blend that stands out from the crowd. Vermilion Haze simmers around in your head long after the last track dies out. The road to acclaim is not always smooth, but I think they are finally on their way. When this band kicks into gear and that wall of doom hits you, you will find yourself saying, "Hell yeah," with a most satisfied smile. Here's our clip from our interview with Bill as he discusses a fascination with the word vermilion.
Vermilion's it's kind of a toxic paint that they actually used to, back in the day, back during, back in ancient times, vermilion was a color that they would use to paint, jars and whatnot, but it was also a toxic material. And then it's also used in Hindu, you'll see people from the, Indians, with a red tint in their hair, you know what I mean? Or the red dot, that's all vermilion. Right. And so there's a sense of purity behind the meaning as well. So it's not a crazy deep meaning, but to me, it's more like a haze of purity and just kind of like it kind of means life as well, and being pure and being a good person and being, it also symbolizes being a virgin, or available, for a relationship in Hindu. So it has a bunch of different meanings.
Number 3, another big hitter. This is My Dying Bride with Immortal Binding. My Dying Bride is a 7-piece hailing from West Yorkshire, UK. They have been turning themes of human despair into heavy music for over 30 years now. They started out as a slower than usual death metal style, and you can still feel that in some of the vocals and guitar riffs. But they have evolved their sound into their signature brand of gothic doom metal. For this 15th full length, Aaron Stainthorpe has 2 vocal styles that are sometimes a rich baritone, at other times a guttural fry. Riffs fall slowly here, as do Dan Mullen's drumsticks. The bass notes of Lena Albee are long and full of vibrato, and there are plenty of mournful violin outpourings. The vibe is more a sit in a gothic leather chair, get a goblet of red wine, and let the cobwebs grow, close the blinds, and ponder. These intense songs are going to stick with you. This is Thornwick Hymn. Number 2 is Mater Mortem with Old Eyes, New Heart. Siblings Agnete and B.P. Kirkevag founded this moniker in 1993. Even with various lineup changes over the years, their brand has remained unchanged. Now with their 8th full length, which I originally dismissed as too slow, I was having quite a bad day, Mater Mortem has a sound like no other. This is a signature blend of progressive rock, odd time signatures, and Agnete's beautiful deep vocals, smooth like plush velvet, emotion-packed with thought-provoking lyrics, jazz-tapped drums, the occasion jangly warm guitar riffs, and burbling sexy bass.
We were soon spinning this album in high rotation, from the shimmery sexy plot in On Guard to the intimate purity of the heartbeat tap build of Here and Now to the straight-up rock out in Towers. We were entranced at every note. If you aren't already under the dark spell, check out the documentary that features them, Howl of the Underdog, and be prepared to understand the struggle and the drive to create and to have a new obsession. Here's a clip from our chat about the documentary with Agnete. Your father's personality really comes through in the documentary. I mean, he's a character, really. Yeah.
He was very much a character.
Yeah.
He was always playing music a lot louder than me and BP ever did.
Okay.
It was kind of reversed. I would tell him to turn it down.
That's funny. Yeah.
So originally you were the Mystery Tribe. What kind of spurred the name change to Matter Mortem, and where did it come from?
Well, we found there was another band called Mystery Tribe, and they
Gotta
were
do it.
older than us and had released a CD. So we figured, oh shit. And it's kind of when you're 16, 17, you're trying to come up with a cool name for your band. It's often, the dictionary and just sweeping through it. So it ended up with being Matter, which is a dark red color. And I think it came from one of my dad's color charts actually, because it was painting.
Okay.
And then Mortem for death, and the idea of like this contrast thing, red and black, passion and silence, life and death. So it's a strange name, and a lot of people have misspelled it horribly over the years.
Do you ever get rigor mortis? They're like, no, it's not that.
Right.
No, but we have gotten Mother Mortem quite a lot, and
Okay.
Mother Morten. Morten is a Norwegian boy's name. So yeah, we've regretted it sometimes, but by now it's just too ingrained, I guess.
Okay. Before we announce number one, I would like to reminisce a little bit on some of the wacky hijinks that we went through in 2024. So check it out. I love the album cover where you're crucified.
That's funny.
Is there a story? Like, how did that go? I mean, was it uncomfortable? Was it like, did you get like, how was that photo shoot?
Yeah, it was uncomfortable. I had so I designed a cross, and we have a carpenter that built our studio here at home and our kitchen.
Okay.
And I asked him to. He's a metalhead, and I asked him to make this cross life size for me. And photo shoots usually take longer than you think, and yeah, so I was hanging on the cross for quite a while, and but
Dedication.
yeah.
Who came up with Midnight Lust as the title?
That was me. Originally, I was toying with the idea of calling the album Satanic Suicide Sex Cult, but I was told no because of Google algorithms and things like that, search results.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy kill your album straight away? So I thought Midnight Lust would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
I
I remember
remember
you
Satanic
saying,
Suicide Sex Cult, but
yeah, imagine you said, imagine a kid going in, well, not like a kid, but like a 15, 16-year-old who's getting into like kind of rock music, going into HMV and asking for Satanic Suicide Sex Cult by Lesbian Bed Death. It's just,
Yeah. That is a mouthful. It is.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's like a classic rock trivia thing. This is what we do while we wait for people to log in.
I'll go a few rounds with you guys. I'm a classic rock loving fool.
All right, you want to do a couple? All right, here, I'll grab a couple for you here. See what you think.
I had no idea on some of these.
Some of them are really easy and some of them are ridiculously hard. All right, so here's one. Whose 1981 album was titled Standing Hampton?
Damn it. I thought I would ace this. I have no fucking idea. I've never heard of that in my life.
Sammy Hagar.
The red rocker. I don't know.
Yeah,
Sammy.
yeah.
I don't know Sammy album is.
Here's a good one. What year did Jimi Hendrix die?
1971.
It's 1970.
Fuck.
I got it wrong too. I said 71
I
also.
said that.
Yeah.
No, Morrison is 71 because he was number 3. Was Janis Joplin 69? Jimmy 70, then Morrison 71.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Good tonight, Carl. What'd you do, man?
I washed my hair. I took a bath.
There you
shower. I mean, a shower.
No, we just jammed all weekend. It was like we were all grubby and nasty. And
Oh man.
Yeah.
you looking good. I'd go out with you.
For the record, I would also date Carl. I think he's quite an attractive man. All right, number one. Let's make the announcement. The number one.
Undeniably, high on fire, cometh the storm.
Yep. Thunder and Gale are back in full force. From this three-piece out of Oakland, California, as certain and sure as Matt Pike taking the stage shirtless. Here they offer up 11 tracks with a surprising amount of variety. They may have an easily recognizable sound, but the mix of different amounts of core ingredients while adding different spices here and there creates a diverse landscape on this album. Their style has been called many things, but for me, they are the Blackened Clutch, that groove-heavy, mid-pace chug of stoner rock on steroids.
If you have any question whether or not seasoned Melvin drummer Cody Willis could step into the formidable shoes of Des Kenzel, he sets to rest any fears in the opening seconds of the first track, Lamb's Bread. His drumming crashes in center stage in a high-pressure torrent of frenzied and precise stick work. Mac Pike's vocals take his naturally husky voice and mix that gravel into an infuriated yell. Pike and Matz have upped the intricacy of their guitar work as finger-flying melodic solos pop up in almost every track. High on Fire switches gears near the midpoint in the instrumental palette cleanser, Karanak Yol, a Turkish-inspired number that sounds like it's getting plucked out of a balagma or oud and will have you doing your best scarf dances. Every track smacks, bangs, growls, and pops in a most satisfying doomy groove and became my most spun record of 2024.
They could have called it Oud Awakening.
Let's play a clip. This is Cometh the Storm.
This is the Snaggletooth Rock and Roll Podcast.